Man lives upon the earth not once, but 3 times. His first stage of life is a continuous sleep, the second is an alternation between sleeping and waking, the third is an eternal waking. In the first stage, man lives alone in darkness. In the second, he lives with companions near and among others, but detached and in a light with pictures for him the exterior. In the third, his life is merged with that of other souls into the higher life of the Supreme Spirit, and he discerns the reality of ultimate things. In the first stage, the body is developed from the germ and evolves its equipment for the second. The second, the spirit unfolds from its seed bud and realizes its power for the third. In the third is developed with the divine spark which lies in every human soul, and which already here through perception, faith, feeling, and the intuition of genius demonstrates the world beyond man, to the soul in the third stage as clear as day, though to us obscure. The passing from the first to the second stage is called birth. The transition from the second to the third is called death. The way upon which we pass from the second to the third stage is not darker than that by which we reach the second from the first. The one leads to the outer, the other to the inner aspect of the world. But as the child in the first stage is still blind and deaf to all the glory and joy of the life of the second, and his birth from the warm body of his mother is hard and painful, with the moment when the dissolution of his earlier existence feels like death before the awakening to the new environment without has occurred, so we in our present existence, in which our whole consciousness lies bound in our contracted body, as yet know nothing of the splendor and harmony, the radiance and freedom of the third stage, and easily hold the dark and narrow way which leads us into it as a blind pitfall which has no outlet. But death is only a second birth into a freer existence, in which the spirit breaks through its slender covering and abandons inaction and sloth as the child does in its first birth. Then all, which with our present senses only reaches us as exterior, and as it were from afar, we become penetrated with and possessed of in all its depth of reality. The spirit will no longer wander over mountain and field, or be surrounded by the delights of spring, only to mourn that it all seems exterior to him. But transcending earthly limitations, he will feel new strength and joy in growing. He will no longer struggle by persuasive words to produce a thought in others, but in the immediate influence of souls upon each other, no longer separated by the body, but united spirituality, he will experience the joy of creative thought. He will not outwardly appear to the loved ones left behind, but will dwell in their inmost souls and think and act in and through them.